Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another one of the ALG Masters League matches in week 3. Sorry, my bad. I'm jumping the gun, folks. I know we're nearly done this week. It's Thursday, and we have ourselves one matchup tonight, and then we have the last two matches of on-stream matches for the week that will take place tomorrow. I've done another doubleheader just to end off the week. Friday. Gonna feel good tomorrow, and it's gonna allow us all to start to relax and get ready for another Saturday, for the boys, and a Sunday that could be filled with a bunch of homework for people that have homework, like some of you guys that are in school, or whatever you guys do, chores. I don't know. Me on Sundays, I goof off like usual, and I do stats or just watch a bunch of anime or Netflix, or spend time with family playing board games, beating their butts at Sequence. Oh, that's what I love to do. If you guys haven't played Sequence yet, you guys haven't gamed. Man, holy. You guys haven't lived until you've made somebody cry from beating them really badly in Sequence. Now, moving past all of that into the actual reason why you guys are all here. The main topic, the elephant in the room, this is King's Granted Killers up against Divine Future, also known as KGK before, King's Granted Killers. I say the full name because it's cool and because I got this really cool jersey from them as well. Shout out to them. Always got to shout them out and also try to rep them in that jersey. If any of you guys want to send me your jerseys, your team's jerseys, so if I'm casting over your team's matches, I can wear the jersey and support your team. Playoffs time. You might want that extra support. You might want the man, the myth, the legend wearing your team's gear or your team's threads. Now, to my right here is going to be my man Nico, but unfortunately he's not here. He's not going to be talking at all. It's just going to be his frozen photo that I used yesterday and confused a ton of people in chat. But enough of that nonsense. Back to the meat and potatoes here. King Grant's Killers. They are a star-studded lineup. They are 2-0, which is great for them. They a lot better than how they performed at the end. By the end of the last season, in the Masters League in Modern Warfare. And then you're looking at Divine Future, a team that I think 100% can rival them for that middle of the pack, top 4 spot that they're idling in. And so it's going to be interesting to see how these teams actually compete with each other here. I'm feeling like this is going to be one of those map 5 situations that we saw earlier this week. And speaking about maps, guys, here is your rotation of the 5 maps that these players, the captains, have picked here for their teams to compete and battle out on. So you have Raid. That's going to be here for 3 maps. If we do see that 5th one, we'll see a 5th Raid. But we got Hardpoint Raid, we have Checkmate S&D, Control Raid. Those are our core 3 that we're guaranteed to see if there's a 3-0. Now, if we get the extension to 4 and 5, we'll see Garrison and then Raid once again make its return for the S&D. We start where we end where we started, full circle. And man, Raid is one of my favorite maps of all time. S&D wise, it is my favorite map of all time, without a doubt, in S&D especially. Now, the teams are going to be ready in the lobby here, so I don't want to delay and dilly-dally any further here, as we have the Raid hardpoint set up with score streak set up as well. So teams are here. The action going to go underway, and I believe I have the overlays all set up correctly for everybody here on both these teams, so we'll be jumping to that action in just a moment. Those of you guys tuning in right now, we are starting. This is King's Grant Killers up against Divine Future. This is a middle-of-the-pack potential top 4 matchup right here between these two teams. And here we go. We're going to jump straight into things here with the side of... Oh, I don't have the right overlay for it. Let me just quickly fix that, folks. Yikes. Production already off to a rough start here, but not looking too rough for the side of KGK as they're able to get spawns for New Hill and not really worrying too much about the point early, which is perfectly fine. You know, you guys can do that. That's one way of playing this one. as I am swiftly trying to get myself the right overlay here. Open. There we go. KGK on your left. Man, that's a lot better, Chase. Some sloppy stuff from me right now, but here we go. It's not about me, it's about the players. KGK did a great job in jumping over to sponsor P2, but they lose that in the midst of things, in the midst of my chaos of fixing up production here. And here we go. The remaining of this scrap time is going to go the way of KGK, but it's not, this isn't enough, This isn't gonna quench the thirst for KGK. They want to get onto that point, and the pressure is going to be in for Divine Future all across it. The defense, the players are going to start to lock in their spots here on defense. Trades going in around the hill. The trades will only continue to favor Divine Future as long as they keep going back and forth here. And oh my word, sweeps! Just sweeping away the dust on the front doorstep of this hill. That being the Team KGK members, and it looks like he's going to notice the rotation now. Starting to move over to the next hill. Sweep's going to hear. Oh my god, he challenged and stayed chill. Oh my, that's not chill at all. The 360, oh my gosh, he nearly got that. No flipping way. That would have been absolutely mind-blowing. What were we just witnessing there? Right now, stay chill. The man we all know, a tier above a lot of players here within that top 5 contestant for player of the league so far. He's been carrying his team throughout a lot of their matches here. Gonna get a fat 2-piece right there in the driveway. What is I'm highlighting him? Perfect timing there. It's like he could hear us. He may be the one staying chill, but all of his opponents are getting absolutely heated when he hits them with his gunny. Holy. 4 streak for him right now. Gonna build it towards potential score streaks. But Sweep, the other man on the other team that's been doing some really great things for Divine Future. He is gonna be that other player to watch, I would say. He just like Stay Chill, he's the power player for his side. He's definitely one at the top of the board when it comes to carrying the team, but right now not doing the best in terms of carrying. Instead, the carry is going to be shared between Sem and Tweet right now. Sem on a 4 streak, going to be grabbing the rest of this time as well in the hill, and so he's going to continue to try to build this kill streak. That's good, as right now we're going to see Tweet on a 2K. It looks like the score streaks probably weren't set correctly, so I'm hoping these players don't end up using them. It's unfortunate that we see things like that. But Sweep, he's going to be on that hill for the initial time, and here we go. Divine Future back up on that hill. Sweep going to rotate using that QVC, but not able to shoot back as he dies off on the rotation over. Smurferai going to die off to Sweep from behind as well, as we're going to see the point go blue for a while. Azul in the point, and Team KGK, they're looking pretty good on this little comeback that they're trying to put together. Sweep going to get naded out, even tagged here. Will a player take him down? They will. So they will get across that 50-point mark for Team KGK. They're not really out of peril just yet, but they're out of at least being 50-point clubbed. So Divine Future, they're looking good. They're on that early rotation. They're grabbing scrap time. This multitask and multi-pointed pressure is great to see starting things off for them. Now, Team KGK needs to start to bust open those doors that we're seeing Divine Future close on them all around those points, as it's going to go the kill feed's going to go pinstriped. Back and forth action. The point does remain blue for now. Stay Chill going to spot one out. He's going to turn around and try to catch off Sweep, but Sweep will sweep away him. And it looks like streaks are going to start to come through here. So I'm not quite sure if we did see streaks earned correctly here, or if it looks like the streaks were earned correctly by Sweep, so by Tweet. So I'm assuming it's due to a kill streak he went off of at one point in this one. I'm not quite sure, but for now things are going good for the side of Team Divine Future. They're up double the points that we're seeing from Team KGK, and part of it I feel like you can chalk it up to nice rotational play. Really strong and on time. Rotational play coming out of Divine Future, and Sweep will find the player trying to sweep him off his feet there. That's going to be the boy Smurferai. Just chilling in that new point, and well, we are going to get early time. Instead of going to Team KGK, it's going to go over to Divine Future. But that hill for P2. The spawns that are going to be very important for it are going to be blue for now. How long will they stay blue? Right now, with the pressure we're seeing into Kitchen, it should force a spawn out at some point. It looks like it's going to force spawns to be all the way over behind Laundry. Semi gonna get a big kill over to the side here. He's gonna find one. Can he find the second one? No. This QBZ, a gun that is very much a hot topic right now, especially in the AR scene of things. Smurfrai gonna get the big kill over to him. Stay chill, also gonna stay up. Nick, we switch from one QBC to another QBZ. And Nick's going to be rotating around here, trying to get a pinch on the player and money. The shots come through. Tweet's going to find one. Will he slide on out and chow or wait for his teammates to come through? One's going to drop. Will he be able to find Stay Chill as he's really close to dying right here? He will drop. And oh my lord, there we go. The 2 kills. 2K comes through. And there we go. Sweep going to stay on that point to help solidify his team with some strength on it. Nick, he's going to be playing money right now. He's just going to be watching through that window, trying to find a player. He's going to find Tweet. The stick comes through, though. That will be a trade for trade there on kills. Still, Divine Future being favored on this hill, and 200 points already accrued for them. This is looking catastrophic for KGK, as they are yet to still make it past the 100-point mark. This could be a very, very brutal and bloody start to a series, as Divine Future, they're having all sorts of divine favor going their way. So much success. Now this long trek, though, over to the next hill isn't going to be good for them. It's going to actually give away quite a few points to start off for Team KGK on this new hill. But we're starting to see Divine Future make it around by AC and maybe touch this hill and continue to try to put enough pressure in to try to get that 100-point club. And here we go. That pressure's in. Less than 20 seconds left of points, and we could see this one end 250 to 88. Divine Future so far, all the gunfights going their way. A few gonna be back and forth here around weights and around the center. And here we go. Contest comes through. Who will end up getting the rest of the kills? Who will clean up this time? Ashes will get the kill, and there we go. Divine Future win this one 250 to 88, starting things off. Really dominant pace, really dominant performance. That is a 100-point clubbing right there, folks, that we've just witnessed. Now, if you are Team KGK, you look to start to bounce back towards this next game type. You really can't sit on this one, even though it was a very rough score line right there to end things off. Very tough for your team to actually witness and have performed on you, and have to kind of, you guys have to carry that now through the rest of this series that you guys got absolutely demolished on that hard point. So it's, personally looking at it right there, that's going to put a lot more of an emphasis on winning this search and destroy and then taking away the control, because going into a hard point once again, that, especially after the last one being such a borderline extremely embarrassing position and embarrassing score, you just gotta try to bounce back as quick as possible. So hopefully we can get that. We can see the side of King's Strength Killers bounce back soon and show up more, make this look more competitive, because just the first map alone not looking too hot for them, not able to shoot back as strongly. And I'm hearing that there's obviously some server issues. Both teams were saying that they're right now in chat that maybe their bullets weren't feeling like they were registering as often. And you know what? Part of that has to do with this game. We're seeing a lot of changes come to the game, to come to the competitive scene, come to the guns and whatnot. So we may have witnessed a murder, but it wasn't one that was done very cleanly. And to a degree, both teams had a bit of I want to say restraint to how it kind of went down. But we will go to a quick break, folks. I'm going to get the next map loaded up and ready, so we can jump right into that one. It's going to be S&D on Checkmate, I believe. So we'll see you guys for that Checkmate S&D shortly, so don't go anywhere. Okay, guys, welcome back. You guys are going to see me and you're going to hear me for a little bit before we get into this one as the teams are getting ready to load up. Divine Future are going to be up in this series right now. 100 Point Club came through 250 to 88. Unfortunate showing for King's Rank Killers, but here we go. This is the bounce back map. They need to secure the Search and Destroy so that things don't start to get out of hand. They're going to have to deal with some PTSD going into that control because we will be back on raid. So you want to get at least, you want to get your foot on the ground, your foot through the door, get a tying map, send things to at least a guaranteed map 4 because you need to give yourself a revenge map hardpoint at least, and extend the series. Come on. But great stuff so far from Divine Future. Really excellent showing from them as we're going to be jumping straight into this action here. And we're going to look at the guns across the board. We're going to be seeing 2 ARs for both teams, 2 subs, 50-50 setup, good. QBZ and Krieg as well. They're quite the same, actually. 1 QBZ per, 1 Krieg per, and then 2 subs. It's very, very similar. But now moving into this map for Search and Destroy, and pretty much every map for S&D, when you play S&D, it's very much First Blood oriented, and we're going to see that First Blood come out from Sem. He's going to find one big one, also gun down Smurfry, not take him out of the board, off the board yet, but KGK, they will bounce back, they will bite back. Tweet and Sweeps will get taken out. Ash as well. Sem, the man with the First Blood, he will be still on the board, but be the last player on the board for the side of Divine Future. But luckily, one of his teammates was able to dispatch one player from Team KGK before the going got too tough, and it's going to be just a 1 versus 2 to play with. As Sem, he's going to maybe look to hop onto the bomb here, but he's going to be spotted out from the corner here. He's going to get challenged as well by one player just on wing. Nick, he's going to hop down. He's going to look to play from the steps, and there we go. Team KGK, they start off perfectly. Bar that First Blood. The First Blood just wasn't good. Try to get that First Blood in. Once you get that First Blood in, it helps alleviate so much pressure. And, I guess in this case, it just opened the floodgates because everybody wanted to get in on the action. Once the First Blood came, it was like a bullet getting shot out of the gun, at the beginning of a sprint. That's sort of what happened there. Everybody just sprinting for action. And it led to such incredibly fast-paced gunfights happening. And now here we go. Divine Future with another First Blood. This time it's coming out of Sweeps, the bomb carrier for the side of Divine Future. Team KGK, they did it once before already. They won a round down in the start. But stay chill from a really nice position here, but he had that reload, and that reload punished him. He got punished by reloading. He might have been able to stay with those bullets in his clip, but unfortunately, with the few bullets he had left in his clip, unfortunately he reloads and then gets challenged right off of that. So there we go. An evening round comes through. It is 1-1 on the scoreline. See how these teams like to play the break here. The middle of the bomb, the middle of the plane, the bomb on B, it tends to be, 90% of the time the place where the bomb gets planted on this map. And the place where we see the most contact is in the middle of that plane as well. So now teams are going to meet each other here around this area. We're going to see at least trophies come to use here to defend this bomb site from ordinances, and so far not really anything thrown out. Clarity, he's gonna be playing back here, trying to help his teammate who is just around the corner, who is right. That's gonna be Smurfry with that bomb. As Tweet's gonna get spotted out, the shots are gonna come through, and Tweet will end up winning that gunfight. He's going to be really low, and Sem will also get a kill in the background. That's Divine Future once again. 3 rounds back to back here with First Bloods, and then on top of it, they're also going to find themselves up now 2-1 in the rounds. First Bloods are king, guys. That's what I'm saying. And so far, it's coming out as being Trump's, First Blood. It's not been perfect. KGK were able to win a round not having First Blood, but here we go. We're going to go into the next one. Let's see who gets First Bloods this time around. As right now, we're just looking across the board at all the kills everybody has. You see, unfortunately, Clarity he still has to drop his donut here, his goose egg. Unfortunately, he still has it in his hands, and if the man could just get onto a mission here towards getting that kill and maybe alleviating pressure. Maybe he's been trading his life a lot for these kills. I'm not quite sure the excuse to why he's in that situation, but there you go. He drops once again. It's going to be 0-4 for him. He will fall as the first blood. Maybe that's just what's been happening to him over by pallets. As he's going to he got taken out early. That's going to put a life lead for Divine Future. They start to close out again. Sem going to get a second kill on the round. He's at a 5 streak, folks. A 5 streak in the S&D right now. This is only the 4th round. Smurfy all alone, and everybody challenges him. You see every single player and their mom and their dog come out to absolutely gun up that last player in Smurfy just around the corner from the bomb site. You can see Sweep getting this final one right after the bomb plant as well. Just Divine Future coming out hot right now. They did not come into this series to play around whatsoever. And my comments at the beginning that this was going to be a really close series. We would see a map 5. It's starting to really go to shit right now. Chase is starting to look like he doesn't pay attention of the stats, and that his stats lie and don't tell the truth. And I don't think that's fair. I think my stats are accurate. Sometimes I'm unlucky, okay? Divine Future, they aren't unlucky at all. They're going to have Tweet and Semi both at really strong kill streaks right now. 6 and 4 here. 4 for Tweet, 6 for Sem. One more gets him a streak on the board in the S&D early, as he could drop here to Nick, and wow, Caster's Curse comes through. Tweet also drops in the background, and this round's starting to look more doable for Team KGK, but unfortunately 1 versus 2 in the end is closed out well by Divine Future. And Divine Future, after that first round, they're starting to look like they've learned their lesson and that they know how to close out now when they are ahead, when they have the man advantage on the map. And that's exactly what they're doing. This S&D is going flawlessly in their favor after dropping that first round in it. And, you know, KGK, they got to start waking up, man. They got to start waking up here, as it's just not looking good at all for them in this one. Smurfry gonna just push on through, guns blazing, balls deep into that plane, and Stay Chill will be the only one to grab kills in that moment, getting himself 2. And the Kill King himself for the King's Grant Killers is gonna show his head once again in Clarity. Gonna get a big kill in the background. That's gonna help put his team in a 2 versus 1 now. They are all up against Sem, the top dog on the side of Divine Future in this 1 versus 2. And he doesn't really need to play too aggressive. You know, his team has rounds to give here. He can play passive. I believe he's just going to play for this pick here. And he was able to pass number 4 to his left here in Clarity. That's pretty big. But Clarity should be able to check him out. Oh my, he goes unseen. Sem's going to look over at this bomb site, find Nick just chilling in the corner, take him down. And here we go. That plane is going to be where these players might face off. As Sem, he's going to be hopping onto some of these boxes. He's going to look to finally make his way up toward the plane here. He's going to be ready for Clarity. A stun gets thrown out. Clarity moves to the side. Will he get gunned out? No. We will see Clarity drop the kill, and the 2 versus 1 ends up getting secured, and it puts KGK back on the board with another round. 4-2, folks. A lot more doable than a 4-1. And, you know, this is the comeback starts here. You know, sure, you have one more round to give if you're Team KGK, but you don't want to give that. You don't want your enemy team to see themselves at 5 and while your team's still at 2. You want to start battling back here. You want to get your fans to start being on your side here, showing up in chat more. We want to hear them speak more highly of them. And you know, we got to see that Stay Chill guy start to heat up a lot more, because he's been having trouble heating up here in this one. It might just be, you know, Divine Future just playing divinely so far. Sem on that 9-3, definitely making being cause for concern for this side of Team KGK, and also looking like the man of the map so far, as nobody really disputing him. Tweet 2K was close at one point, but not going to be up at that point. 4 kill difference separating the two. Pardon my yawn there. Sem's going to get a big kill. Tweet's going to get that first blood sweep in the background. It's all players on Divine Future taking a kill away this round, except maybe Bar 1. But 5-2 scoreline. This is getting out of hand here. And, well, if you guys thought it was bad already that KGK lost 250 to 88 and got a 100-point clubbed in the first hardpoint, well, we're beginning to see, you know, signs of consistent struggle now across 2 game types, and it's really, really rough struggle too. Because Team KGK, they're not seeming to really find much here. They gotta find something to really get them going before they go into a control down 0-2 and just that, which would be astronomically behind. But here we go. As I'm saying, something needs to start getting going here. Smurfry is potentially going to get a kill. No, he dies off. Nick gets a nice trade, though, in the background. So that puts Ash in the 1 versus 2. Ash will find 1. Will Ash be ready for the other play just around that bomb site? No, Ash will look the wrong angle. And KGK get another round on the board. 3-5 right now. Ash is going to grab 1. Is going to look to grab that next one here in the kill cam. You guys should see it right under the bottom of the plane onto Clarity here. And there we go. KGK bringing it back a little bit here. They're starting to reel that fishing rod in. Instead of looking like they were about to go into the water, trying to catch too big of a fish, which is Divine Future. They're able to, you know, start to reel in that slacked line. Just a little bit more. This is going to be a 5-3 right now in the round number 9 here. I believe the first blood still should be heavily in favor of Divine Future. Yeah, by a long shot. It's going to be 7 first bloods for Divine Future in this one. 1 right now to Team KGK. And, well, that just about kind of illustrates how big of a difference in, you know, in Search and Destroy strength, you know, we've been seeing from Divine Future, and how easy things have been as well when they're finding first bloods on such a consistent basis on this map against their opponents. But Team KGK, they do get the first blood on this one, but it gets traded out. So the first blood advantage doesn't really sit for too long with them, as Nick's going to be using the QBC to scope out a few players with his AR over here by A. This is potentially a bit of a bait to grab more attention here. He's going to spot sweep, and then he's going to die off to Sam, leaving his teammate all alone in the 1 versus 4, I think. And that's a 6-3 scoreline. Still, a little bit too, you know, wide of a gap for my liking if I'm a KGK fan. You know, KGK still not really showing up enough right now in this one to really feel like, to me, they warrant any extension in this series to a map 4 or even a map 5. I really need to see them start to shoot back and start to find more success, either together or on their ones. Because right now, you know, you're seeing a struggle out of Stay Chill. He's just not as hot as he's looked in previous series to really help his team get going. And then on top of that all, you're like the second in command when it comes to staying hot and staying strong for the team, Clarity. Also, he had a really, really poor showing in that S&D as well, you know. And, you know, it's just not, it's not looking like the KGK of old that I recognize from the last couple series. You know, fair enough, I look back at some of the stats here in their last S&D. You know, Stay Chill had a 1.67, dropped to 10-6 up against Team Velis. You know, a not too strong team, you know, for that S&D and Clarity as well. In that win that they got that was 6-3, well, when you're up against a tougher team here, that was a checkmate S&D too that they won the 6-3 on, I believe, week 1 here from my stats. You know, they gotta bring something up. They gotta bring us some of that success, and they just didn't bring it to the table. They got absolutely, you know, they got scraped away like scraps on your dinner plate after a meal, as Divine Future just not wanting to have any of it. They're wanting to really clean themselves of this matchup and not have to, you know, continue to play out a full 5 series. They really just want to finish off this in this next map. I can tell you that much. As we'll be cutting to a break shortly, folks. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for that control. I'm just going to get it set up for you guys, and we'll be jumping straight into that raid control coming up. Kings Grant Killers on the brink of losing the series 3-0, and this is a big one. They're 2-1 right now. This other team that's 1-1, if they win, they tie them. They tie up with them, and this is a potential fight, for a top 4 spot. Even a top 3 spot down the line, top 2 spot down the line. That these guys they need to really secure this, because they do not want to end up getting pushed down to the bottom 4. They do not. But I got hope. I gotta believe. We'll be right back after this short break. Don't go anywhere, folks. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We are still here. KGK is still here. They still are in it. They still have the opportunity to stay, to do something, to win the series. And we have, guys, I'm going to remind you, we have seen a reverse sweep already this league. It was week 1. We saw Redux Esports get a reverse sweep on I think Team Flawless or something of one of those teams that's blue. And well, we have the potential right now here for one to happen. It all comes down to what KGK can do, and if Stay Chill can heat up, and he will start things off with a nice little 2-piece. That's got to be good. And guys, I'm gonna give you that gameplay right now. My apologies, but here we go. Stay Chill, backs against the wall. Him and his squad. You know, Stay Chill and company. People have said for millennia. And he's going to do well to start his team off on a good foot here. They're going to get their foot in the door with 1 tick of progress over to 8. Now Smurfry going to try to get a kill onto Sem. Oh my god, Sem. You were supposed to die there. You are a magician. Nick, he's going to get a big kill underneath Mansion, alleviate pressure there. Now his team's going to try to put pressure over towards B, but it's all split up right now. Smurfry, he's going to get shot at by Ashes, and Ashes will also turn Smurfry to Ashes over by that white van. Nick going to be shot up in the face by Sem, and this is a real big lockdown, and it's a big problem. I haven't seen a lockdown this aggressive since the beginning of the pandemic, folks. We're seeing Divine Future really put the side of Team KGK in a blender early here, but KGK, they will find a way to escape. They're going to nearly take up A. They will end up getting the capture on it. This is going to be good. Nick is going to start to fight forward with clarity. Nick is heating up. He's the top player on this team right now in the lobby. Going 8-2. Best in the lobby, actually. Best in show here. And unfortunately, Smurfry is still standing on a donut right here. Going 0-6. Just not able to shoot back for some reason here in sweep. Gonna meet Clarity right there at the end of the diving board here at the swimming pool. And he's gonna get his his deep end test band revoked by him. As Divine Future, they're doing a really good job in holding down the side of Team KGK. Not really giving them much space. Nick, though, he's been this problematic player so far for Team KGK and trying to deal with Divine Future here. He will get stunned up, so his information is here. He checks. There's nobody in that back corner. He's going to get stun checked once again here. So they will know that there's somebody in jungle here. Will Nick check his left here on Sem? He will notice him. That's going to be a big kill. Will he be able to watch for the player behind? This is big. 4 versus 6. KGK have brought it back here with this nice split focus right here, and Nick getting a big 2-piece. That's a 4 versus 3 he's made happen right here. Now it's all left to Smurfry and Clarity. They need to get a big kill right there together. The big kills. Oh my god, Smurfry with the 2-piece. Puts it in a 1 versus 1. Will Smurfry do it? Can he clutch it up for his team here? He's gonna get a tick of progress. Why is he playing this angle with the sub? This is a long-range gunfight you don't want to be in, but Tweet, he's going to wrap around from water to water steps. He might get spot out right here. Just turning the corner. Smurfry doesn't check it, and he dies. The clutch up was right there. That would have been so important for KGK. They got on the board first and early. They won an offense. Just the recipe for success, the recipe for the comeback. It was starting to come to fruition and come together. But unfortunately, it just does not come together perfectly. Man, it just falls apart. The souffle that Team KGK was cooking, it was right there. It was delicately right there in the oven. But then Divine Future Tweet, he slides on in, and he stomps on the ground, which ends up destroying the souffle entirely. Now Divine Future, they're up 1-0 in this one. They won the defense. That's big. They have to try to win this offense to put Team KGK really far deep in the shitter, folks. But Divine Future, they're doing well. They got themselves 2 points on that tick of progress over at A. Now they're gonna start to split up and go to B off of these respawns. Stay Chill might stay behind here, as maybe I don't think it's the play for him to stay behind, but that's what they're gonna do. I want to have my slaying man to be used to get this break in. Now Sam's gonna get a big kill. Tweet's gonna big kill. Stay Chill does get a big kill on the reinforcements. It looks like he's going to just play the spawn kill game over and over again. He has trust in his teammates here, but B continues to get capped right here. Stay Chill will not need to be over there for the kill. His teammates will end up getting it to go his way. Now, Divine Future are being divided up a little bit, but they are sticking together. In the end now, they get 2 big kills. They're going to jump over to A. They're going to double stack that one, finish securing the caps, the ticks of progress on it. As Stay Chill going to be chilling up top. Laundry not going to be able to stop these players from finishing the caps. And boy, Divine Future keeping it tight on lives here. We see a lead for Team KGK, but just barely off of some good trading that comes through. Nick's going to find one, but get traded out by a sweep. 1 for 1. Number 6, that would be Tweet. Trying to make an extension over to B. It's not going to go his way, though. Now Smurfy going to be playing top apartment here, and he's going to die off. Bedroom is going to stay open for business. Anybody could go into it and find some success from it. Stay Chill, though. Going to play this cheeky spot up here. He's going to find Tweet. That's big. Now he has bedroom control. Middle of the map control, though, I want to add, is probably more important at this moment in time for Divine Future and Team KGK, to be fair. Middle of the map control, it allows you to get a lot more avenues of access to that point to rotate to, instead of just pushing through from the right or from the left. You have from the left, it takes so much time to get all over to the point. From the right, you're really narrowly focused in on one lane only. And here we go. These spots that we've seen Stay Chill in. He's going to find one at long range with the AK-74 Uzi. It's going to take out that player. Stay Chill still up top. Bedroom here on a 5 streak. Looking to grab more. He's going to tick down. Sweep. Take him down really low here. Stay Chill getting shot at as well. Who will come up top? Bedroom to contest him. He will be contested by Sem. The slide out is good for 1. Will Sweep get a kill on the point? He will as well. That's going to clear things up. Nakani is off the face of Divine Future over here by this point. And they're going to be allowed to apply pressure. And that's going to be Ash getting the pressure applied. And that's going to be the point getting applied and captured for Divine Future. This is 2-0 up. They're 2-0 up in the series in maps. They're 2-0 up in rounds on the map itself. We're looking like we might see, you know, a full circle of life here. 3-0. 3-0. That's if Team KGK, if they do not get themselves this offensive round. In offense, you guys saw how down to the wire it was last time around. The nade will stick. Smurfry from Stay Chill. You know, that's got to be rough. The team is probably not chill after that at all. They're definitely not chill after what's happened so far in Stay Chill. Right now, he's not leading his team. It's going to be Nick who's at the top of his team's food chain at 19 and 13. Actually, atop of the table, a bar from Tweet, actually. Now Tweet hit that 19 and 12. He's going to be at 20 and 12 now. I make that 2013 as I swap over to him. Ash makes a nade mistake as well in the background, killing himself off. Now, Clarity going to be working on this hill. Will they know there's a player coming from what was driveway? Not sure. Sweep is going to be able to clean up 2 on that point. Alleviate a lot of pressure. The time will continue to tick down here. 50 and counting. Team KGK, they're really, really, really having a rough go right now. Tweet gonna maybe find another one. He will. That again is gonna stop a lot of those players over by mentioning their tracks. Sweep will find trading kills in the background. Ash will find some more. Ash on a 2 streak, practically in the spawn. Oh my lord, adding insult to injury on 2 big kills in the middle of the map. Just continuing to open up a can of whoop ass on the side onto the team of KGK. King's Grand Killers haven't really been able to get any kills. Really not looking like killers right now. Looking like maybe dolls at a tea party right now, as they're really unable to do much. They just got invited to be a part of something. Stay Chill gonna hopefully grab this kill onto the player up top raid. That's applying a ton of pressure and trying to stop this time from being stopped as well. And Stay Chill just needs to stay on this point. He's going to be really hotly fought. And there we go. Sweep will end up taking out the 2 on the point. That stops the time from being stopped here. Nick needing to find some big kills here. The teammates need to touch this point, and Divine Future will be able to close out the map and the series here. 3-0, 3-0. And really, did King's Grand Killers ever show up in this one? You can argue they didn't really show up at all. Here we go. Ash's big kills right here. Gonna get that 2-piece in this kill cam. Well, 3-piece if you count the kill up top art as well. Big stuff from them. And, well, Divine Future, they're gonna make themselves a 2-1 and even things out when it comes to scoreline with the King's Grand Killers in this group. And looking at all the other teams in their group, just gonna look at a few of the other teams competing there. Team Spades, they're the next team that they're looking to potentially tie up. Both these teams actually, as Team Spades and Dawn of Chaos are at the top of their group. Dawn of Chaos 4-0, Team Spades 3-1. Now both these teams, they have one more match to play off stream here. Team KGK, they have OTB to play off stream, and Divine Future have Velis to play off stream. On paper, both these teams should win their respected matchups here off stream. And if they do, we will see 3 teams tied at 3-1. That will be very interesting to see how that ends up playing out, as we still have other teams to still fight in that group for Divine Future. Divine Future have to still play 302 gold after their matchup against Velis off stream. So they have to play against 302 gold. They have to play against OTB and Next Gaming. So I would say, 2 out of those 3 matches after this week, so going into week 4, 5, I would say 2 of those last 3 matches are pretty solidly favoring them based off of their performance so far against the other teams in their group that are also amongst that mid-tier, mid-tier spot, top 4, maybe 4, 5, maybe 3, 4, 5, 6. You're looking at those. They're definitely within that. And you look over at KGK, they're also in a bit of a spot where they're having to still play Dawn of Chaos within their next 3 matches in week 4 and 5. They have to play Dawn of Chaos. They have to play Team Spades, the other team in their group that's also contesting for that second spot in the group. And then they also have to play Next Gaming. So Next is the only team in their next scheduled matches that I could see they could grab a win off of. Definitely favoring them. Team Spades, that's going to be another test here. And if they show up the same way that they showed up here tonight against Divine Future, another team that they need to get the wins off of here early to start getting themselves in a better spot going towards this playoffs and solidifying themselves in a top 4 place, in a top 4 spot in this group, they need to be getting these wins more convincingly. They needed to fight more against Team Divine Future, and there just wasn't enough today. If they bring the same type of energy and same performance to Team Spades should be able to walk through them. If they bring the same sort of energy to the side of Dawn of Chaos, well, throw out a 100 point club out of the window, and it's going to be a 50-point club in the hard point. Throw the 6-3 out in the Search and Destroy. It's going to be a 6-1, 6-0. Throw this 3-0 out in the... No, actually keep this 3-0 because it could look like a 3-0 as well. Now, KGK, they got to do a lot more work here. They got to go to that drawing board as a team and review this VOD of this matchup and really work to improve off of it. Now, Divine Future, things they need to improve on. S&D, their first blood ratio, their first blood percentage on that map was absolutely perfect. They had a really high consistency when it came to getting those first bloods. Closing out those rounds were really big as well. Obviously playing together well and maybe working on a few more strats might help the team a little bit more down the line. I'm just trying to look at what S&D they have played so far and who they played up against. Divine Future have played Raid S&D already, and I'm not quite sure what else they've played. I think it's only been the raid on stream from what I've seen. So again, it's going to be interesting to see how these teams both start to grow, and they start to grow into their spots in this group, find where they really fit and where they place, where they'll place, and then you know they've got to, at the end of the day as well, make sure they keep up with their counterparts in the other side of things, the other group in Group One. This is a Group Two matchup, Group Two teams. Now they have to look over to Group One to see, hey, can we scrim some of those teams? Can we practice against them? We're gonna have to face them in the playoffs. We got to be able to be ready for those teams as well that are putting up a fight over there in Group Two, that are their opposites. So hopefully both these teams, they get onto a good practice regiment. They're keeping up their efforts, and they're both trying to get better. KGK just need a little bit more grease in those elbows and in those joints. You guys can do it. Clean up the act, and then maybe I'll start being able to enjoy more W's. We got one W for you guys on stream in week 1. And I think an exhibition W potentially in week 2. I'm not quite sure if I remember if there was a dub there or not. But yeah, and best of luck in your matchup. Both of these teams off stream, as both of these guys will have that opportunity to be 3-1 this week, to end 3-1 this week, and be solidified in that top 4. For probably the rest of week 4 and 5. But that's it for me, folks. That's it for the Masters League week 3, day 4. This Thursday's done. 1 match. That's it. And we'll be back tomorrow to close things out with 2 more matches. And those are going to be really big ones. We have ADS Gaming. They're going to be in the matchup. Tomorrow against Natural, the last 2 undefeated teams in that Group 1. They're going to be battling it out to see who will be the reigning undefeated team going into week 4. And then looking over at Group 2, one more matchup still be played there. It's going to be Team Velis up against 302 Gold. So that's going to be interesting. That's another battle that's going to be really important for both Velis to get their first win on the board, and then for the side of Team 302 Gold to try to still battle, to try to show that they deserve a spot in that top 4. They need to be able to clear out these bottom tier teams, these lower teams, and try to show themselves, up more against that they're worth, that spot. Show the respect. Try to get that respect they deserve to be in that top 4 in their group. Battling it out amongst the teams like Divine Future, King's Grant Killers, Dawn of Chaos, Team Spade. And they got to show that fight. And any other things? Okay, last but not least, guys, I will check out the stats here. I'm going to be checking out the stats on this matchup that happened just now, and tracking it all out, seeing who the top players were and blah 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 on these teams. And keep your eye tomorrow night / Saturday for a tweet coming from my Twitter. Probably going to get retweeted as well from ALG. And I will be asking you guys, the community of ALG Masters League, to vote. There will be 4 players that get selected. We might see a player from this Divine Futures side because of the really strong performance that came out of them on that list of 4. Now, if you do see a Divine Future player on it, all you Divine Future fans, you guys got to vote. You want to try to get that player an opportunity to be on that first interview in the league. Coming in hot here. It's going to be hotly contested. I'm gonna guess that on that board of 4, we might see, the likes of Astro from Hi-Fi. We might see the likes of the new talent coming out of the woodwork for Dawn of Chaos, Hidden, who absolutely just took their matchup by storm this week. I think he got player of the map. He got player of all 3 maps and the series combined, which was really phenomenal for him. And then you're looking at potentially, players from other matches, like maybe the elemental matchup. You're looking at players from maybe the matchup of of what was the other matchup that happened already? Flawless as well. Flawless, not flawless. Flawless lost to Hi-Fi. What am I talking about here? I don't know. Spades might have a player that's in it. We'll see. Um, double check everything, check it all out, and then I will see you guys in tomorrow's matches. Okay, so take it easy, stay safe, have a good one. My apologies for the rambling at the end. We just have a lot of extra time, and I just want to fill a little bit of it with some rambling. So yeah, guys, stay tuned. I'll see you guys tomorrow for more action. We got 2 last matches of the week for on stream, and a bunch of matches to go off stream. So keep your eyes peeled, guys, for links for off stream match viewing, and obviously, stay safe, guys. Have a good one. Peace.